Ladies and gentlemen out there, here is the debut of one Miss Cindy Silver. Cindy, come on up here.
Thank you. It's really nice to meet everyone. And my name is Sydney.
What am I saying?
Cindy.
Oh,
so,
Sydney.
Sydney like Australia.
Yes, Sydney. Yeah. Like Sid the guy and knee, Sydney.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about the artist I'm presenting today, Igor Smirnov, because he does this really amazing thing with color where he actually is trying to heal the world and give love to the world. And I just think that is so awesome.
That is.
Yeah, and even if you don't really believe in it, it is, because, okay, when I first heard about it, I thought, that sounds a little hokey, right?
Sounds hokey?
But if you think about it, most people do have a certain response to certain colors. Blue makes us feel calm.
Yes.
Right? Red makes us feel excited. Kind of like you're burning me right now because I know you're about to leave the set. So
no,
I'm about to burn up here on camera.
A little bit. I'm going to be up at my office drinking.
Yay! Stay with me, Barry.
Yes.
Okay. So, but yeah, you know, those things really do affect most people. Like, let's just say that you grew up in a red light and you hated your childhood. Okay, red's not going to make you feel good. But for most people, certain colors do affect us certain ways. And what Igor did is he actually went and he became a psychologist and an engineer.
He's got a doctorate in psychology. He was in the Russian Navy. He's got a master's in engineering. I know he's been on my show a couple of times.
Exactly.
He's a
so
great guy.
I found out he actually did scientific studies on these paintings. So some of these paintings actually are, they were scientifically studied and they really do heal people and make people feel good. And they make people feel loved. Not that you're not loved, but it is kind of hard to feel love. It's hard, a lot of us feel like we're not loved. And the reality is that you are loved. And all these paintings do is remind you of that.
Wow. Yes, they do.
So I just want to ask that if once you see one of these paintings, if you feel a response to it, know that it's your painting. So can we roll that documentary on him?
Sure. Yes. Hey, well, how long is the docudrama on him?
8 minutes.
8 minutes? Sure.
Yeah?
So that's a smart move too, Sydney. That is Sydney.
Well, Sydney, yeah, because I watched this documentary and I just loved the music and I was actually thinking I'd love to have the music up here too. I mean, when we're selling. I know we don't have music, but listen to the music and when you see the paintings, it's really amazing. The documentary is really amazing and it'll tell you about Igor and I'd love for you to hear about him. So
hit it, guys. Here is the Igor Smirnov docudrama.
My name is Igor Smirnov and I love to paint, I love art. I hold my master's degree in engineering and PhD in clinical psychology. But interesting enough that my true passion is painting, art. It's very difficult to explain to me why art. I just need it. I have to do it everyday basis. I love to make drawings. I love to use combination of colors. I think it's the main point for creativity. My background is engineering and clinical psychology. Back in Russia for over 30 years, I was involved in the underground art movement. I was full-time artist, but at the same time I was involved in certain projects related to engineering and science. For the most of my life, I love to paint, I love to do art. This is probably because of the genetics, because my father, he was a professional landscape artist. His paintings are located in many museums in Russia. I think that his art influenced me very much. I like a lot of the art of Russian artists like Malevich, Kandinsky, and I also very much like El Greco. So this is the artist which I keep in mind when I do my painting. My style is symbolic realism, which means it's based on the concept of fractal geometry and precise selection of colors and geometry, which in general produce certain therapeutical effect when you actually look at this piece of art. I graduated from art school in St. Petersburg, Russia, and then I graduated from Naval Academy and got my master degree in engineering. I served in Navy for a couple of years, and then I decided to continue my education because I was very much interested in psychology. I graduated from St. Petersburg University. I got my PhD in clinical psychology. When I was in university, I discovered that primary colors were used for centuries by the artists to produce certain effects. The Western psychologists like Jung and Freud, they came to the conclusion that colors can actually affect human psyche. The main concept is that geometry and the colors are very powerful, so they can actually produce certain healing effect if you put these colors and geometry in the proper position. I decided that I need to implement this in my artwork. The artwork which I do is based on my background in psychology. Colors and geometry work directly with the human subconsciousness. The human eyes are directly connected with the brain system, which is directly connected with the spinal cord. Our autonomic nervous system is controlled because of the spinal cord. So you can imagine if you produce certain effect through your eyes, you can affect the spinal cord and control the autonomic nervous system, which basically controls all the major physiological processes in the human body. I have several clients in Russia which, after they realized my concept and saw my painting, they commissioned me to paint certain art pieces which produce healing or therapeutical effect. There was one piece commissioned for the patient. He was suffering from depression, and after he put on the wall, within 3 to 4 months he reported very positive results. His depression gone. In most of my artworks I use combination of acrylic, oil, pastel, and I like it because it's very interesting aspect because they produce different textures, like acrylic colors and oil colors, they're different, and when combined both acrylic and pastel or watercolors, it produces certain interesting effect because this completely different texture, different type of effect. Acrylic colors are much more glossy compared with aquarelle or pastel. Clinical psychology was inspiring for me to develop a new direction in art. Art helps me to express my creativity, and this is the way I enrich this world. I I think that I managed to develop symbolic realism, which can actually produce certain therapeutical or healing effect. And this type of art has a very nice combination of science and aesthetic, which I believe is healthy. I think this is probably the main concept for me to be an artist.
So do you see how amazing this artist is? And the thing about his paintings, he's not only trying to spread love throughout the world, his paintings, he tries to put you into a meditative state. And he actually, I think it said in the documentary that this one guy, or maybe I read this somewhere else, this one guy had commissioned him for a painting. He put the painting on the wall, and within 3 months, his depression was ended, because the colors just made him feel so good inside.
Yes, and you turned your mic back on, right?
Is my mic on?
Yep.
Yes, good.
It is? Okay, good.
Good,
Yay.
yes.
Get the hang of this. So, could we look at the first painting?
Yeah,
have
yes,
here?
we sure
Okay.
can.
So again, if you have any kind of emotional response with these paintings, it's there for a reason, because he did go to school and study psychology. So now, this artist also uses fractal geometry. What is it called again? It's
Fractal
called,
geometry?
yeah. He developed, I think it was his own style of art called symbolic realism. Symbolic realism is where the artist will actually resize things and use geometry to symbolically portray life. So it has a little bit of a Picasso look, which makes it look so classy and expensive. And this art, I mean, I can't even believe the prices that we're selling art for on this show, honestly, especially art of this quality. You know, not only do these pieces help you feel better about yourself and your life, but, you know, if you put this in your office, like if you were a dentist or something like that, it would just automatically make your office look so classy and expensive. And, you know, customers like that. But you can see what he does with his paintings is he takes the chaos of life, he puts it into his painting, and then he outlines it. This one's outlined in gold, one of my favorite colors. And that just gives you the feeling that there is order in the universe.
And the fractal geometry uses is basically when you look at any one little part of this is actually a combination of the whole, in the sense that one little part will be the exact proportions of the other parts. And that's what fractal geometry is all about. Now, he studied, you know, when he was on the show, he talked about the Lucier color test and the Gestalt theory of art, where basically you can see something and the reaction in your brain and your neurons in your mind actually have chemical reactions in your own body from looking at certain colors. Like this, if Igor was here, he could probably tell us to some degree what type of person would find something in this painting to help heal them, or what type of
And this painting, it looks to me
condition.
like a man and woman. So we have the love aspect here. We also have the outlines done in gold. And to be honest, this painting looks way better in real life than it does on TV, because I can see it on TV. And in real life, you have this metallic gold right in here and outlining everything. And it's really, really beautiful. My favorite pieces from him are the ones that are outlined in gold and the ones where he puts a black background. This one doesn't have a black background, but it does have the outlining in gold.
So now we know what's wrong with you.
I love metallic golds. We're going to find that out. And there we see his signature done in the gold. Now the thing about art, too, that really amazes me is that These are one-of-a-kind originals, and I'm not sure if people really understand how impressive and special that is, because if you think about it, people buy designer clothes and they spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a suit because they'll look like no one else in the world. Everyone else is going to look like a cookie cutter. But when you buy an art piece like this, you have something that nobody else in the entire universe has. Your house will look amazing, and when people walk in, they will notice this painting.
Well, Igor was telling me a lot of his paintings this size, unframed, are in the $35,000, $45,000 price range.
Wow.
Yes, he is very, very well known for he's like the one that brought the Gestalt or the looser color theories into modern art. In other words, that color can affect you, mathematically proven that this color will affect someone suffering from this.
That's awesome.
And Cindy has a price comp right here, and this is the lowest price comp I have ever seen. So, I'm almost giving her bad advice showing it, but if you look down a little bit lower, you'll see that they want $6,300. You can't touch an Igor Smirnoff for $6,300 anywhere, except on our show tonight. But $6,300 is too cheap for the painting we just showed you.
Yeah, I'm even surprised at this price, because I know people, painters that routinely sell their paintings for $10,000 a painting, and that's not expensive when you think about what the artist goes through. If you think that an artist might spend 3 months to paint something amazing, let's just say we only feed them peanuts, because I know, I'm always thinking that you have a sweatshop out back, Barry. With artists in there, you're feeding them peanuts. But let's just say the artist takes 3 months to do this, and we just cover their expenses, maybe like $2,000 a month. That's already at $6,000 with nothing for the artist. So that's why art is so precious. It's original. This guy is painting things that help your life. So again, if you see something that you really like, then I want you to call up and buy one of these paintings. I'm in shock at the price that I'm going to give you on this. I actually feel a little bit guilty. I'm hoping people will call and bid up on it a little bit so that we can give our artists something.
Well, let's do
I
this.
really appreciate our artists.
Sydney, let's show them all. How many do you have?
Yeah,
here?
let's show them all so that people can, that's what I was thinking. I want to show all of them because I want people to really feel, take a look at the paintings. If you feel something inside about this painting was meant for you. Call up and buy the painting. If you feel happier, if you feel some kind of, you feel loved, then the painting is reminding you that you are loved. If you feel healed, his whole idea is to put you into a meditative state while you're looking at the painting and really to heal you and bring out that emotional response. And he's trying to heal the whole entire planet with his paintings and to bring love out. So can we show all of the paintings in succession? Okay, this is Nocturne. Oh, I was really interested in seeing Nocturne. There's Nocturne. And let's see. Where is my sheet? Barry, did you nick off with the sheet of paintings prices?
What's that?
Ah, yeah, thanks. Can I grab that? Thank you. Okay, cool. Nocturne. I had a feeling it was going to be something about night. And there is a deep peace in the night. Some people are frightened of the night, but honestly there is a romance about the night and a deep peacefulness that can come from the night. I like to take dark showers. If you listen to my radio show, I've talked about that a lot. I like to take showers in the dark just because it's so peaceful. So Nocturne is one of my favorites here. Do we have another one that we can show? Is Rachel around? Rachel! Okay, we're putting up another one. Rachel is one of my favorite people here. I'm going to like everyone here, I know it, but I just think Rachel's so amazing. I saw her do one of the last shows, and I was really impressed with her, so. Okay. What is the name of this painting? Oh, okay. This is the Green Mood. Now, to me, green brings up feelings of nature. I personally love nature. And green is used in hospitals a lot for healing. So if you feel any kind of healing, or you feel the need for healing, you may want to purchase this piece and put it on your wall. And then let us know what happens. You can see how beautiful that is and how classy, and just, this really is fine art. It's very, very difficult to do this kind of art and make it look good instead of look like a third grader. So this is extremely, precision oriented to be able to do this kind of art, and very classy. This is the Green Mood. Now, do we have another one? Like I said, just wait around for the price I'm going to give you, because I'm feeling guilty about it. I really am. I can't believe what I'm going to sell these paintings for. This is Lady with a Cup of Cherries. Now this piece is really interesting because you see the lady's head is floating. So I'm kind of wondering if this is supposed to give a feeling of happiness and upliftedness. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what his specific intent is with each painting. We'd have to, have him here to interview him, sorry. But I love cherries. And I'm sure someone else out there does too. It's very delicate and sort of a retro classy look on this piece. Again, a very nice piece. I could see this one in a house, someone who loves women. And you can see right down here, signed, original. And again, you cannot see it from television, but he has outlined all of these things. This one is outlined in pink. And I'm not sure, I think he might be one of the few people that outlines these pieces. Instead of just sort of putting, the geometry wherever it goes, he's outlining it for a reason. He wants you to feel order within the chaos. All right, next one. Thank you. I'm being told what to do here because I'm totally new here. So that's very nice. Thank you for telling me what to do.
That's not true. She's been here for 4 months. I'm just messing with you, Cindy.
Yeah, I had tons of rehearsal. Okay, so this one is called The Fortune Teller. Look at that. This one also is outlined in gold. So if you can't tell, this one is outlined in gold, and it has those very cheerful colors. And again, very artistic. And very interesting. I'm not sure why he took the eye off of here, but again, everything he does comes from his psychology degree and his engineering degree. He also studied engineering, so he knows exactly how to place things. And again, if you're feeling an emotional response to this, you are the one that knows it. This to me has a New Orleans feel. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but I think that's pretty cool.
Well, Sydney, I think we should probably show them the price that they're going to pay.
Okay.
If you want to.
The prices on these.
Well, you gotta, okay, but you gotta lower them slow. What? You lower them any way you want.
Okay. Well, we just saw price comp $6,500. And we know that even this is low because you were saying that they go for about 30,000,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I'm sure in a gallery that these would go for 30,000. I'm not selling them for 6,500. You're killing me, Barry.
It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I
It's
can't
hurting
even.
me. It's like so cheap. Okay, so
Well,
we're going
there's
to
a
bring it
term.
down to $4,000.
Well, there's a term called agraphia and apraxia. When I forget which is which, when you can't even say it. So sometimes I have to just put it on a calculator and show them the calculator because it's so cheap I can't even say it. I cannot make my
It's
mind.
hard for me to say it because I know these pieces are so amazing and they've got the gold in them and they're made for healing and they just look really expensive and I just know that this is like super classy art and so...
Can I hold it up?
Yeah, you can do it. Can we zoom in on his calculator there?
I can't even say it's so cheap. $1,500 for an original Igor Smirnoff tonight.
Yeah.
$1,500. Now we're going to auction these or just sell them? What do you think?
Let's auction them, I think, because you know what? I would like to auction them at increments of 200 if possible.
Okay,
so that
1,500 to
if
open.
somebody really likes the piece and wants to give a little something more to Igor, give back to him the way he's giving to us, that would be really nice. If you want to buy it for 1,500, okay, but it would be cool if, you know, somebody could...
$1,500 to open, $200 increments.
Yeah. So if you like one of these paintings, go ahead and call us up. This is a really nice nude. Very classy. It doesn't show very much. And again, outlined in gold. This one's called Sleeping Beauty. Don't be afraid to call up and buy one of these paintings. And if somebody wants to buy me that pink vase back there, I'd really love that too. I love that thing. I saw that on the original show that it was being shown on, and I love that vase. Barry, what are those vases going for? 3,200?
What did we price the vases at?
Yeah.
The West Hunting Towers?
The West Hunting Towers?
Yeah. Hank, what did we price the West Hunting Towers at?
3,399?
$33.95.
Oh, 3,395.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and beg for that vase.
Which this whole price lowering by me tonight will go in the Barry Chapel Hall of Shame. I have done it badly tonight.
So this is a beautiful nude. Look at the art form of the human body. I love nudes. Everyone in my family was an artist. My dad was a jeweler, and I actually have done a little bit of art myself. Not great stuff, but I hope to bring it in to show you someday. I have some charcoal paintings from college that I did, nudes, men and women. Maybe Barry will let me show them to you. Okay, so that is Sleeping Beauty. And the next one? Oh, okay. I'm getting used to the speed here. I'm like a kind of a like, I have like a lot of energy kind of person, so I'm trying to like chill, just be like, show the painting. So let's see here. This one is The Face of Man. Again, a signed original painting. You know, I had this idea that somebody could kind of open up an art gallery, like a home art gallery, and put some of these paintings in their home and charge people $5 to come see your house. I would buy one of these for that because these are so artistic. I'm going to just walk up to this painting and tell you what the color is that it's outlined in. Okay, so this one is actually outlined in a vivid, it's like a fluorescent orange. It really doesn't show the vibrancy on the TV, which I'm kind of surprised, but when you see this in person, this one is just striking. And what it looks like to me is maybe he was taking like one side of the face looks a little bit more sad and the other side looks a little bit happier. And I'm wondering if this is one of those psychological effects that he did to try to pull you out of that depression and make you feel happier. These vibrant colors on the wall should make you feel happier. And maybe, you know, maybe our viewers feel fine. Maybe you feel, you know, you don't need that, but maybe somebody else walking in the house will feel that vibrancy. They'll automatically feel great when they walk into your house. And I guarantee you, you're going to get compliments on these paintings when you hang them in your house and people walk in, because the colors are so vibrant in real life. I'm just going to show one other price comp here. Can I show this? We have right down here, here's another one, asking price, $5,000. And I am only asking $1,500. Because you know here on Art and Coin TV, what we do is we lower the prices down for you so that you can get original artwork at the best price, and you do not have to tell anyone what you paid for it. Tell them that you paid the real price. Look at the gold. We've got the most amazing gold streaks on this one. Now, Igor, not only does he have a degree in fine art and engineering and clinical psychology, he was actually part of the underground Russian movement of art. Back in Russia for 30 years, he was involved in the underground art movement. I mean, can you imagine that? This guy had to hide his art and come out with these paintings for us anyway. I wonder if that's where he got his idea, maybe to, you know, bring art forth that heals people with color. His father was a very famous landscape artist in Russia. Let me see if I can find his father's name for you. His father's work is in all kinds of museums in Russia, and like father, like son, it just came down in the family, kind of like it did with me and my father and all of my aunts and people who were doing art. And like I said, his painting that he hung up on this one customer's wall healed the customer within 3 months of depression. Very astonishing. What a beautiful signature. So go ahead and call us up for the one that you want. How many more do we have here that they can see? 5 more? Okay, so we only have 5 more. Then you'll have seen all of them. You can choose the one that you liked the most. And just call me up if you like one and tell me which one you want to see again if you really felt an emotional response. Like, I liked the green one because I love forests. I love nature. Let's see if I can find his... Oh, what is this? We have a picture of a cat in here. I think this is Igor's cat. Now, to have healing and therapeutic effects inside of a painting is so original to me. And the best part of it is that you get this really classy art, and you are going to be really happy when you get your painting because it's so vivid. his father's name was Vasily. Now, if you see one of these paintings, because I know you want the painting, oh my gosh, look at that one. This is one of the ones I was talking about. I love when he puts the black because it really just pops the colors. And it looks like we're looking straight into a vintage scene here. I love these vintage shoes, the little dog. So if you see one that you like, maybe I shouldn't do this. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but call me up and let me know what price you would want to buy it for. And I can beg Barry, see if he'll let you take it for that. Back up? Okay. Now, Igor has actually studied that the way that the eyes are connected to the brain, which is connected to the nervous system. And like I said, he's actually done scientific tests on these paintings to see how they make you feel. Okay, that one is after lunch. Beautiful vintage look. Very, very classy. I love those shoes. If only Igor could paint me like that. That would be great. I'd love to have a painting of myself done like this. Okay. Now, also in real life, this has a really delicious texture in the background, and this has a really interesting texture in here. So it's not perfectly smooth on this one. It looks a little bit like chalk. And that's what you can really tell that it's original. And the outlines have a little bit of a raised texture. That also helps you realize that it's an original. When people see these paintings, they're going to know that it's an original, not a print. Again, these are only $1,500, which is incredibly cheap for original art of this classiness and with what he's doing with the art. But like I said, since it is my first time on this show, you can go ahead and call me up if you like one of these paintings and tell me what you would like to buy it for. I cannot guarantee that I can sell it for that, but I can ask Barry and see if I could sell it for that price. So go ahead and call me up if you like one of the paintings and tell me. This one is 2 characters. And this one has a super cheerful look with, again, the gold. Yay! I love that gold. This gold really pops. And this one is outlined in a light pink. And you can see he's taken this fractal geometry and he uses his engineering degree to actually resize things into a way to make them look very artistic. And look at that hand. He did a really amazing job of putting different colors into that hand and blending the different colors in there. Very cool gestures. I've seen a couple of paintings that look sort of Mardi Gras. And like I said, some of these paintings will really look good in, I believe they would look really good in an office. You know, as soon as your office looks more upscale, your customers, they want to pay you more money. They just automatically straighten up and feel good about themselves and treat you with more respect. That's why I think personally, I think somebody should buy at least one of these paintings for their office. Especially if you're like a lawyer or a dentist or something like that, something where you really want your customers to feel upscale. They see original artwork on the wall and they're going to be like, wow, this is a good lawyer. This person is really good. So what's the next one we have up? Oh, my favorite. Who doesn't love dolphins? Call me up and tell me what your favorite one is. Most people love dolphins. I just don't know what it is, but this one, I'm thinking this one's starting to be my favorite piece because dolphins are such loving animals and it's so calming, and the blue is just so amazing and calming, and you really can feel what he's doing with the colors in this one. And it's really amazing how some of the dolphins are transparent. And this one is outlined in a pure white. And again, it has sort of a chalk texture inside the dolphins. So the painting has two different levels. It has like a little bit of glossiness in the outlining and a little bit of a chalk texture inside the dolphins, and then that smooth blue water. And here we have Lady Near the Church. This one is so cool. Oh my gosh. I love churches, love flowers, and to me this one really makes me feel very peaceful. Look at that horse. I don't know why, I just feel so peaceful and awesome when I go inside of a church. Even the big Gothic ones in France. This is obviously a very cute small farmhouse church with a lady who is just really enjoying her time on this planet with a flower. And look at that hair. That's amazing. I really love that hair color. And I believe this one's outlined in gold too. Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces here too. He's basically mirrored the hair with the, with her outfit. I just want to show you a letter that Igor got after he escaped Russia. Because you remember, these paintings come from his heart for a reason. He had to live in Russia during a really bad time. And because he did his art underground, he had to escape and eventually come out to America.
Sydney, Miss S.
Yeah.
California is interested in one called Picnic, so we're going to put it up right now.
Picnic? Okay.
And so,
What's her name, Sydney?
no, your name is Sydney.
Oh.
She's Mrs. S.
Oh, Mrs. S. Okay, I thought her name was the same
But no,
as mine.
it could be.
I was going to say, that's really cool. Mrs. S, I like that. I'm also Mrs. S. Or Ms. S. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, Picnic. There's Picnic that Miss S is interested in. I'm curious. Can she tell me why she likes it? I'm totally fascinated. Hank, why is she interested in this one?
What did you say?
Well, I'm just curious why she likes this one.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Maybe she had an emotional response to it. Or maybe it's just because it looks like super classy fine art, which is the other thing. I mean, it is hard to find art that really looks like fine art, in my opinion. I mean, there are a lot of artists out there who just, they think they're artists, and I feel horrible saying that, but they can't make a painting look like this. I know I can't. I would come up with chicken scratch. If you asked me to do a painting like this, my painting would look like a bunch of blobs. But that's what makes an artist an artist. That's what makes them so grand. And he's taken years to perfect this technique and his own style, which is what makes it so special and really good for collectors too. Because if you have developed your own art style, that's original. I mean, I hate to say it, but imagine when Igor leaves the planet and he dies. His art's going to be really, really collectible and valuable because he did create this style. Even if somebody copies him after this, it's his original idea. And after Miss S is looking at that, can I show this here too? Look at that beautiful gold. Okay, you can see right here, he was an immigrant Soviet Jew, and look at his life before. I mean, this guy is just amazing that he came out of this situation to create art for us that brings peace and love to the world. That's amazing. And I have one more letter here. And this comes from the Deputy Secretary of State in Washington, thanking Igor for his painting and welcoming him to America. I mean, this is amazing. This really pulled my heartstrings. I loved this. So besides the value of his paintings, he's got a great story.
Sydney, I got some good news for you.
Okay.
You just sold your first painting on Art and Coin TV.
Yes.
Yes, you sold. Yes.
Thank you, Miss S. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Now, why did Miss S like this painting? She didn't tell me. I was like so curious.
She likes the colors.
She likes the colors?
Happy
Happy
Yes.
painting.
Okay. And I think, Miss S, not only did you get a great value, but you're going to love it when you see it in real life because that gold is delicious. It just pops.
Thank you, Mrs. S. I'm going to show you
Definitely.
something here. Sydney, have a seat.
Okay.
This is how you retreat. You don't. Yeah. Do you drink Mountain Dew?
Sure.
Diet.
Thank you.
It's diet.
Oh,
You don't like diet?
I can't. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Hank, that's not a good sign. You don't like Diet Mountain Dew?
Diet, it's chemicals, Barry.
Yes,
it
that's what I'm
tastes
trying.
bad and it's just chemicals. I don't know. I just can't do it.
What type of soda do you normally drink?
Well, I try not to drink soda, to be honest, but I like the regulars, and I'm addicted to the soda, so that's why it's really bad, because I try not to drink them, and I'm addicted.
If you had to
I see
pick,
soda, and I just start drooling, and it's bad.
no, it's
I
not
have to just put
bad.
my hand like this.
Well, tell us what type you like, and I would find you one. Hank, what type of soda do we have here?
Cream soda?
Do we have cream? We have Sprite.
Can you throw some cream soda in it?
Don't think we have cream soda. What do we have in the Coke machine?
Double check. What do you like besides cream?
Pepsi, anything really. Root beers.
Just not that.
Yeah, just not diet. Thank you
No
so
diet.
much, Hank. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
root beer is all right. No, you just sold your first painting.
Awesome. I'm
Ye-
so happy, Mrs. S. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
I am. And the reason I'm sitting back here is because you picked a tough night to start. This has been a strange show. Usually shows, some of them get away from me, but they never get away from me this bad. I mean, this is where when you look out there and it's that quiet. You know, it's like I started the show by saying we have a live artist tonight, which is far better than the dead ones, because the dead ones never talk. Well, very few people have called the whole show. I probably should have let you start the whole show, because you're doing great.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I was going to say, if you like me as a hostess, I'd really appreciate knowing. And I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. I have a lot of things to show you with art. My dad was an artist. He did original. I would sit there when I was a little girl, and he would hand design and hand draw these amazing original jewelry pieces. I have 2 of the jewelry pieces that I can show you, which are very valuable now because he's dead. And I have some of his, designs that I want to show you. And he actually taught me how to draw. And a lot of my aunts were artists. And so art is really special to me and something that I really wanted to sell and I really want to show. I really appreciate art. I think it's very valuable. So I'm really excited to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
We got you got the first one, and that took you less time than it took me to sell the last painting I sold tonight. So you're doing well there.
Okay.
But what I want to encourage anybody is, usually you guys have seen me, many of you have shopped with me for a decade and a half. If you saw anything tonight, no one will ever beat our prices, no matter if the show's great or bad.
Prices are good here.
They're fantastic. If you saw anything tonight, whether it be a Tarkai, whether it be a Wes Hunting, whether it be, an Igor Smirnoff, anything, give me a call right now. Especially on the thing that amazed me the most was the Tarkai original watercolors. They're harder than heck. I've been negotiating to get some more from Tarkai's wife.
Because Tarkai is gone now, right?
Yes, he died. And they're very valuable and they're hard and heck to get. So when I lower the price from $29 to $24.95, I mean, that's something I never do. And I swore to myself I wouldn't, and I did. And so if there's anything you saw tonight, we have about 20 minutes left or less.
Especially that vase over there.
This one?
That vase is so amazing.
That's Wes Hunting, yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm serious. I remember when I first was watching this show, thinking about to be a hostess on it, and that one right there is just so.
This one.
Yeah, because can I go over here and
Yo,
show?
you sell it.
Okay, I almost don't want to sell it. I want this. I want someone to buy it for me. But if you buy it, send me a photograph because it'll be yours. But this is pink with little purple things in it, and it comes down to this beautiful purple area. And it's so glittery. And I mean, this is just so original. I can't even imagine having a vase like this in my house. I would be so proud of it. And like it goes all the way up, the detailing goes all the way up and into this thing and down into this little section. I can't remember what you call this, Barry. What is this called again?
Well, the design is Mil Fiori, which means 1,000 stars.
1,000 stars, and it's just got such amazing detail in it. Like, I cannot believe that this is glass, and I can't believe that, when I first saw these vases, I was kind of like, whoa, those are different, And then I suddenly fell in love with them, and I was like, wow, I had to envision having a light inside of here. Does a light go in here, Barry?
No, well, there's no.
How does it?
No, it's just the light goes into the glass, but.
Okay, so you want to put this on a lit
No, well, anywhere where there's good light in the room, but you don't need to have a lit.
See, if it was me,
bongo.
I would secretly put a little light inside of it and just make the thing just glow. I mean, I think it's so beautiful.
Well, so you don't drink Diet Mountain Dew. What about chewing nicotine gum? Would you like a piece?
Barry, my dad died of emphysema. I don't ever smoke. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get me hooked on it, though.
Oh,
I might could try one.
You want one?
Will I go crazy?
Well, see now, I probably already
Barry is
showed
trying to
20
hook me on drugs, everyone. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if they've ever proven nicotine is a drug, but here, you can spit it, you can chew it.
I'll try it. I
It's
can't
mint
believe this is
flavored.
happening.
Oh, you're going to love it.
It's actually really yummy.
Yeah, it's 4 milligrams. You know, that's
I'm adding this to your big ball of nicotine fame.
my ball of, the world's largest chewed nicotine gumball.
Yeah, this is going right on there.
You're earning some points. That's how it starts. And I think I own that record now. About 6 months ago, I kept getting emails from a guy in Brazil who kept saying he was going to break my record. And I finally wrote him back and said, please break it. I'm sick of it. Thank you, take it.
I'm sick of being
And
famous
now
for
I
the
never
nicotine
broke
ball.
it. It took, that's my major award in life.
Cool.
Everybody has one. That's mine. The world's largest chewed nicotine gumball.
Well, if you do like one of these pieces, do please call up. Wow, this gum is like burning my mouth right now.
You should maybe
It's really burning my
lose
mouth.
it then. You might want to, if it's burning your mouth, I would get it out of your mouth.
No, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with
Okay.
it. It's just, it feels kind of like a cigarette. It's very odd. Not that I smoke, but yeah, if you want one of these pieces, please call up. And like I said, just tell me why you enjoy the piece and what you think it's worth to you.
Holly is saving you here with a paper towel for the nicotine
Oh,
gumball.
thank you.
Yes, I think.
It was really good at first. Then it started burning my throat.
It's well, you've had the experience.
Now, is Igor Smirnov, he's still living, right?
Oh yes,
Okay.
nice guy. Saw him about 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and he's. You know, it's funny because I've done a lot of business with Russian artists, and Igor is off the charts. I mean, here's a guy who starts out in the Russian Navy and decides to go back and get already had a master's in engineering, but go get back and get a doctorate in psychology.
Right.
I mean, and he went to some tough schools to get that done. So yeah, he's smart. He's like 100 times smarter than me, and
Yeah.
that's smart.
100 times smarter than you.
Yes.
Well, anyways, I really think it's amazing that he has the, the capability to do these scientific experiments. I wouldn't mind if Igor came in and, put a painting in my house and let me see how I feel about it.
Okay. Well, we'll tell Igor. And,
Yeah.
Igor's.
Igor, come do a painting of me.
And he might. He's a nice man. Well, Hank, we got like 10 minutes left. You got any ideas? Call us. I'll work anybody a deal. Like I said, this show got away from me tonight. Whether it's a Tarkai, a West Hunting, anything that we have shown. I want to make one more sale. And you know what? And if you want, I even got a piece. If you want to auction something, I have a Robert Lynn Nelson signed poster. Oh, posters are offset lithograph. They're cheap. Forget that.
I mean, I think posters are cool, like especially if they're signed by celebrities. You never know, I might be able to get us some posters signed by celebrities. That would be really cool, right? I don't know if the art people are going to appreciate that, but I think, maybe some other people will. But the thing about original art is just that, I mean, it's one of a kind. It's a piece that you will never find anywhere else. That's what makes it so special. I mean, unless there's another dimension out there that we're not aware of, and there's a me sitting there and a you sitting there, but as far as we know, there are no other dimensions. So right now on this planet, you're never going to get another painting at all like this. And people are going to know that.
Well, there's an optical illusion artist named Yakam Agam.
Okay.
And I got to meet him. He's still alive. He's a little guy, but I got to meet him in 2005. And he asked me, he said, Barry, do you want to see the fourth dimension? And I said, yes, I would, Jakob. I'd like to see the fourth dimension. And he was having fun with me. He goes, are you sure you want to see the fourth dimension? I said, yes, Jakob, I want to see the fourth dimension. So he went like this with his hands, and he got ready. Said, are you really sure you want to see the fourth dimension? I said, yes, Jakob, I want to see the fourth dimension. And he had it already in his hand, and he had his hands like this, and he goes like this, and he opens up his hands. He says, look in there. And I saw the fourth dimension. I don't know what the heck I saw, but it was unbelievable. And
I'm having a really hard time believing that story.
no,
So wait,
it
what
was,
the- What did the fourth dimension look like? Was this guy an artist?
oh yeah. He is the leading optical illusion artist in America, in the world.
Wow.
And no, he showed me the fourth dimension. I saw it, and it was like, I even called home. I said, honey, I just saw the fourth dimension. I mean, I really did. And
What did the fourth dimension look like?
I can't remember now, but I knew it was something important. Yeah. And
And then you finished watching the movie 2010.
no, yeah, I think they showed it to me.
Huh.
It's always good when Holly comes over here. That means somebody has
No,
a
I do
request.
think that magicians are a type of artist too. There are a lot of different types of artists. There are musical artists, painting artists, clothing artists, and that's what I was saying is, I was thinking about art, and people will spend $5, $10, $15, $20,000 on original clothing,
Yes.
and it's the exact
Oh,
same
you're
thing.
looking at someone here. No.
It's the exact same thing for painting, because it's like you're dressing up your house. I mean, you're never going to walk into anyone else's house and see that painting that's on your wall. And that's something you can feel proud of. Just the fact that you have an original piece of art. And I really learned this from my dad, because it's so special to me now that, like, this piece of jewelry that I have, nobody in the entire world has that piece of jewelry. And it's the same thing for art, for paintings.
We have a request for this piece.
Okay. Which piece is this one?
Oh, that is gorgeous.
The green mood. I loved this one. Now, see, again, I'm curious, because this artist does so much with the colors and the moods, I'm wondering, what did the caller feel? If it's not too much pressure on the caller to tell us, like maybe, they don't want to tell us. Maybe they feel a little depressed or something, and this really made them feel opened up. So if it's something personal, don't tell us. But if you can tell me, I'm totally curious. I'd love to know what this painting made you feel inside and why you liked it. Because these pieces are art and they're valuable, but they're also, they also have that emotional element to them. And I'd like for you to buy this painting and then hang it on your wall and then call me back in a few months and tell me what it's done for you. How it enriched your life. I mean, unless, you're buying it for someone else or for some other purpose. But maybe...
Yeah, they should call you back. It's good if they said, well, I got it, and I hung it on my wall, and I went on a killing spree, and I blame
Well, all of
you and
Igor's
Igor.
art is actually meant to put you in a peaceful, meditative state and heal you. So it's not meant to do anything harmful.
We got a couple folks on the line there, I think. Hank, do we have some more people on the line? Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. And this is Sydney,
Yes,
not
Sydney Silver.
Sydney, first show, and we drop out of the sky in 3 minutes. That is Sydney that you're looking at. And you host a radio show.
Yes, I host a radio show. And so I'm normally used to being not seen.
Okay.
Now that I'm here, I'm very comfortable, but in the beginning I was thinking, oh no, I just don't want to be seen. Normally I'm in radio and I can just look like crap and I don't even wear makeup, and I was telling Hank I can just scratch my bum. It doesn't matter what I look like, which I like.
And that was her first swear word on TV.
Is that a swear word?
Not technically.
Okay. I'm trying to be very good here. I'm kind of more wild on the
Now,
radio.
if you get 3 or 4 in a row in a sentence, then we got a problem. But, well, no, I am, Sydney, your debut was on a very tough night, and so.
Thank you. Well, thank you to Miss S at least.
Yes.
I really appreciate that, and I hope you really, really enjoy your painting, and I hope you get back in touch with me. Let me know how you like it and how it makes you feel. Hang it on your wall. I didn't know what the purpose is that you bought it for, but I think it'd be really cool if you hung it on your wall, and then just call me back and let me know, what does it do for your life? Does it make you feel good inside?
Camera 2 for a second. Well, folks, I want to thank everybody for putting up with us tonight, and I'm going to be back Tuesday night. I got an incredible coin show, an amazing coin show. I'm selling what I love to sell, which is gold, and $20 St. Gaudens. So you got to tune in on Tuesday night, same bat channel, same bat time. I will be here with Jack, and my wife is already setting Jack up to, Jack, our coin buyer, for a joke, which we're going to have some fun on, Jack, on Tuesday. So, folks, thank you very much for buying from us. We ship fast. We got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If it's a priced item, you don't like it, you send it back. We take it back. So thank you very, very much. And Sydney, I hope you enjoyed your first show.
I loved it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So, folks, take care of yourself. I will see you on Tuesday. And I always tell you, Buford, don't kick the dog again, all right? Leave the dog alone, Buford. I got to go.
20 seconds.
We've got 20 seconds. What am I going to do in 20 seconds? What am I going to do for 20 seconds?
You could do a little dance.
I can't do a little dance.
Barry's going to do a little dance right here.
We got here. 10, 9.
We got 8 seconds.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so happy that I got to meet you tonight. Get
5
to see you
seconds.
again.
4, 3.
And I will be back.
Buford,
next time.
don't kick the dog. Be sure and check out our website at artandcointv.com.